Hello and welcome back to the third episode of our Nevada State Eco Zoo. So now we have our 4 habitats. Yeah, with a lot of space in between. Now we're just gonna wait to get our conservation rating up. To do that, we have to take animals that have grown up in our own zoo and release them into the wild. So, for example, we need to wait for a wolf pup over there. Symington to grow up. How is Stearman already too old to breed? No. No. Okay, I can keep him then. And buy a new female. Oh, that's very sad. I liked him, but he's so old already. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I can still release him into the wild, but because he's old and everything, it's not gonna get me a lot. That's it anyways. Are you still okay with just one male? Yeah, okay, I need to get to another male because her baby obviously doesn't count as a male. Yeah, don't worry. I know you're very social animals. Right, so this one might actually be a few more episodes. Unless I'm just gonna cut out some bits or speed them up. I haven't... They're already sterile. I don't know if you've... Ah, that's why I got the messaging. African buffaloes go sterile really early. Like, they have a long time left to live, but they're sterile. And that blocks the whole habitat from breeding if you don't put a second male in there who's better than the first male. But I'm not really out for young anyways. I'm fine. Symington, yep. So off into the wild you go. That should also increase our conservation rating a little more. Almost got it now. Yeah, your conservation rating depends on which animals you release into the wild, and none of the ones we've been releasing so far are like endangered or anything. Which is why we're not getting that many points. If you release like Indian gharials or something like that. I'm calling them Indian gharials, but I'm pretty sure that the gharials in this game are from India, so I'm allowed to do that. Let me actually check that I'm not talking complete bullshit. Yeah, okay. Bangladesh, Nepal, and India. I'm not completely stupid yet. And if you release them to the wild, you get both conservation credits and your conservation rating goes up. In the meantime, what else do we need? Overall welfare, breed new timber wolves, adopt and place 5 different exhibit species. Well, we have enough money for one, so let's just place that one for now. Oh no, actually we can get a 2-piece exhibit. We're getting a sale on them or something. As always, I'm not very big on like decorating these zoos. Disclaimer number 3500. You can just like write it in the comments now. Everyone's just like, she's not in charge of making the zoos look pretty. I do love having like good looking zoos, but in scenarios I always feel like, you know, we're relatively limited, and you also don't want to stick around for 20,000 years. Because you're limited in animals, sometimes you're limited in what you can do. Like, I can't do waterscaping and landscaping with water. However you want to call it. I can't place lakes! I want my lakes! Okay, let's get some exhibit animals. You know, why not? Oh, aren't you expensive? The famous queen is $600 snake is expensive. Western rattlesnakes. Western diamondback rattlesnakes, actually. Animals, I know. Calm down. There we go. People, don't forget to donate for the snakes. Can I? Yeah, I have enough money to. I love like donation buckets amongst the cheapest things, just so that you can always place more donation buckets. It's very essential for your zoo, you know. I'm not sure if this wasn't supposed to be the front. Because there's lights in front of there. Oh well, whatever. So let's get more animals for here. How about a Titan beetle? They're gonna die in approximately 2 seconds. But that's fine, because they're gonna have babies that are also gonna die in approximately 2 seconds. Up we go. Can I click that little thing here? You were standing in my way, guys. Go away. We're gonna take one of those. Yeah, and now we're just gonna wait for our animals to breed, to mate, to have babies, to age up for those babies. Like, we need old babies. And we can't have young babies, because then we can't release them. I know, my sentences are very coherent. These also take ages to, yeah, like 5 years or so to age up. Do we already have a baby tab here? It doesn't look like it. Nope, we don't. Can you guys maybe, you know, become best friends? See, get beetles. Get freaking beetles. They'll have offspring every 2 seconds. I don't know which ones we originally had. I'm gonna assume it's the one at the bottom. The ones at the bottom. So these guys. Then we can just release this into the wild. Also, like, an easy way to get a tiny amount of CC. We're missing like a tiny little bit. We'll be fine eventually. How's research going? Okay, just researching the bird's top here. I also need a second mechanic to repair all of the habitats. I have 2 of them, and I don't have them do research. Why are they not repairing everything? There's confusion forming on top of my head. Okay. So yeah, this is another one of those parts in the scenario where you wait. I know, it's not the most exciting part, by any means. Can I at least take some nice pictures of camels? I can. I know that there's an animal camera feature for that. Stare at the... Date someone who stares at you the way this camel stares at its feeder. Seriously. That's how love works. Just do that. Okay, apparently it saved that image. I'm never quite sure. I'm just gonna make another one, just in case. My computer is too stupid again. Oh, it's been hurt, yeah, because it was sick. If your animal is sick once, or like gets injured once, the scars will stay. Which is quite realistic. I mean, you know, not all scars stay forever, but none of them will. Did sheep? How much do these guys cost us? Yeah, like they have absolutely no feeding cost. Bird stoppers. And if you want cheap animals that don't cost anything to feed, get those. Don't get wolves. Don't get the wolves. They're gonna eat your everything. They're gonna eat the last bits of grass you have, even if they don't want to eat grass. I suppose we could get the other 2 exhibits done as well, because we need 5 exhibits again. So another box of 2. This time I'm gonna place them in the right direction. I have learned from my mistakes. I know that we're low on cash, chill. We've always been low on cash, and we always will be low on cash in the zoo. At least, you know, our new boss isn't stealing from the zoo. There's that. Which I believe, you know, that's a really good factor. We won't suddenly lose all of our money. God, that last zoo, Myers Entertainment Happiness whatever park. I think it was Myers Sunshine Happiness Park. God, I hated that. I really hate that one. Like, it's a great setup for a scenario, and I'm not saying that I don't want to play it, it's just... I don't want to play it. I'm just like, do I really have to? Is this really gonna come up now? And I knew that it was going to because like I said that I was gonna do all of them. And then my brain was instantly like, wait, that means all the Maya zoos, right? Some of them are okay, I feel like, but that one is just like a hassle. But woohoo, where, what? Critical undiagnosed infection. Why is there no vet taking care of this dude? Thank you. You know, it's like, yeah, have I finished you paying it yet? Done. Also, what is it with this loan repayment crashing my game repeatedly? We had the same thing in the other scenario in the Myers Sunshine Entertainment Happiness Flower Park, where it took like 10 seconds for the game to register that I was taking back the loan, or that was like done with the loan. Like, why? What's going on? Did I miss out on something? Like, is there like some... I don't know. Let's get these guys. I really like iguanas. Let's just fix everything to a point where they're happy with it. Perfect. Is this in a keeper zone? Yeah, I think we'll definitely also need another keeper. And maybe another caretaker. Maybe also another caretaker. And another vet. And we still don't have shops, by the way. I don't know if you guys have realized there's not a single shop in the zoo so far. So yeah, we might want to start selling drinks at the very least. Can I afford a normal drink store? As I can afford a Planet Zoo, a Gulpy. I can afford one Gulpy. Let's place some tables next to it. Gulpy is very, very popular because we're in the freaking desert and it's hot. It means that drinks are gonna sell really, really well. We'll also instantly want a second vendor. I always try to have like an additional vendor per three stores, roughly. Because he's the animal. Well, yeah, he's already in the quarantine, isn't he? Oh, yeah, he's already in quarantine, so like... There should definitely be someone taking care of it, I hope. He's in quarantine, just take care of it. I'm Planet Zoo. It said that the vet has been caught. At least the disease isn't life-threatening anymore. I assume that that's a good thing now. I was just like, is that an animal? My brain is tapping real hard right now. But I mean, that's my own fault for recording at this time of the day when I didn't get enough sleep. I also wanted to go and like farm Destiny, but then I was like, no, I don't want to farm anymore. So now I'm doing weird things in planets instead. Oh look, Oliver is back. Finally. You stopped being the sickest animal. Who's the most popular animal? The camel still? Yep, seems like at the backtrain camel. We have freaking wolves, but the people prefer the camels. Okie dokie. Also, can I finally release anything? No. Vision ratings each 20% find out across 5 habitats. So we need one more habitat. Let's do that. Wait, are there any animals that I can place here? That don't require water? Snow leopards maybe, and pandas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything else needs water. Okay, well, then this is gonna be pandas and snow leopards. And for now, I'm just gonna put a habitat here. In hopes of having enough money to place it, that is. I'm always leaving a little space in between, just in case any different areas. You don't have to do that normally. Not gonna do hippos over here, but I don't know what I'm gonna do over here. Something that needs water. Good joke, wasn't it? As if there's anything available that doesn't need water in this goddamn zoo. Why not to make a zoo in the desert where every single animal species you could place required access to a lake? When, you know, there's not an endless amount of lake available. Like, I'm not gonna call Bernie's daughter out and being stupid or whatever, but this isn't her best plan ever. Like, why can't we just place a bunch of desert animals? There are desert animals in this game. Like Gemsbox, for example. Those would make a great addition to this place. At least in my opinion. Maybe my biased opinion isn't all that great either. Let's pick up some... I have to pick up some gharials. Can't get a female... I can get a female saltwater crocodile. I'm just gonna go and hope that this is enough space for them. Saltwater crocodile. Yeah, should be enough. Maybe not enough water space, and we'll see. How much water space is this? Oh no. It would be just about enough, but I'm gonna go and do what we call a pro gamer move. No, don't do that. Don't do that, please. No. Behave. Be a good wall. Just gonna let them swim around a little bit. Because let's be honest, I can't have an animal come down the cliff here anyways. Suppose, you know, we might be able to use this space here for another animal. I know, my this is the perfect form for any habitat. That shape, it's so gorgeous. I'm certain that you could like just build around the lake more, and then you wouldn't have to space everything out. Or, like, you wouldn't have to do this stuff. See, they're already dead. They're all already dead. Let's grab some Goliath frogs then. The habitat is just gonna change its look as soon as the new animal is being put in there. There we go. Now we have frogs, just coincidentally changed the info board to frogs. People won't even notice that I did anything. Or will they? Let's place down our... Where did my crocodiles? I bought... Did I already put them in here? Yeah. There they are. Saltwater crocodiles, the worst animals to try and place in a building. Why? Because the male is this huge. Look at this. Look at this. And this whole length is what you need to fit through everything, width-wise. No, they're stuck. Should I maybe help you? I can't. You're just gonna have to unstick your way. How are both of them injured? Okay. I don't know why it took them this long to get out of the habitat. It really shouldn't take you this long to get out of, you know, a habitat that belongs to freaking crocodiles, but whatever. Species. I did call the vet, right? Yeah. No, they're supposed to sleep in these houses. I never quite understood that. Why? How? Like, I'm gonna go and lower this into the ground because anything else just doesn't make sense to me. We're gonna place some bedding on it. That is something I really don't get. Like, why do these animals need a nest sort of shelter habitat place? And I love for the one toy you give them is a sprinkler. Wait, you're injured too. This guy is injured too. Vet, hello. I suppose they can always only transport one at a time, right? You are tropical, right? I was clicking the animal, but okay. Tropical and aquatic, obviously. They don't like that many plants, and you have to be really careful where you place plants with these guys. Because if you place them wrong, they won't be able to access certain areas, and then you're like screwed. Majorly screwed. Because all of a sudden your 3000 square meter habitat is a 150 square meter habitat. I had it happen to me once, and I'll try to never repeat it in my life. It was so ridiculous. I was building this huge house for them and they just couldn't navigate it. Because obviously, like, it was a huge house, but I didn't like make like huge spaces everywhere. And then it didn't work. This animal is still hurt. Can someone come and help it? Rescue it, save it. Maybe I should also... I do have 2 vets. Let's get a 3rd vet. I don't know if I can. Can you go and pick up this crocodile, please, before it dies? Thank you. At this point, our vets could become our regular keepers, really. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Did anything age up in the meantime? No. No, okay. Okay, so I can't really do much. Here we go. Out in the wilderness you go. Goodbye.
Wow! This zoo's already looking so much better. You've made some really big strides in conservation. You know, Nancy was right to recommend you. She said she would have come along herself as well if it wasn't for the weather. Apparently it's too nice.
Yep, maybe it's just, you know, maybe it's too hot. Not too nice, just too hot. Because it is like 39 degrees right now, and it's January. So, maybe the problem isn't that it's too nice. God, I would be dying in this weather, like, I have pretty bad like, circulation. So whenever it's really hot, I'm just trying to stay alive. Just imagining living in this climate. No. I'd just be like working at night and living at night and doing everything at night because that would be the only time I could do it. Okay, so 9 habitat species in the zoo. That's a big one. Breed 2 new timber wolves. Increase conservation rating. That's all we need to do. Here's another one. We need to power everything with renewable energy. So we might as well start researching renewable energy while we're at it. And I am going to place some food stalls because it seems like people are interested in spending money on food and drinks. So let's give them the chance to do that. Mostly because I won't need a lot of space. I gave you a 2nd staff room. Just go there. You're right there. It's right in front of your face. I don't know why my staff always complains. I really don't get it. Yes, mate. I need a baby. Do that. So, like, people don't even see this guy, do they? I recall last time I built a bridge over everything. Might want to do that again this time. Like, starting it, I just had this one bridge go over so that people wouldn't have to walk all the way around it. Oh, perfect. That's yours, right? 1 is the female, and Willoughby is a perfect name for a snake. What else would you call your Western Diamond Rattle snake? Except for Willoughby. I don't know if I'm the only one who finds that name stupid, but well, it deserves a special place in my heart. That is something I can say at the very least. Right, so we're just gonna wait for the timber wolf, and then we need more animals. Yay! I can't afford 2 Nile monitors, so let's quickly grab those. Nile monitors do also need water. Water access. But I don't think they need a lot, do they? They're like pretty small animals in general, so... They need 75 square meters. Do you think that here or over there would qualify as 75 meters? I hope so. Let's just leave this down here. A little closer to the water. Yeah. Actually, let's keep it up. That way we can build the habitat underneath if necessary. Just cleaning out all the plants instead and shit, because we didn't want that in our habitat. Or do we? Actually, I can just go with this fencing. Like, it's not gonna make a difference, they're both just as friendly and aggressive, so you know, worst case, the doors break open and they get to fight each other. Not the optimal setting for a zoo, but after everything that this other dude has done to zoos, but this place looks so great. I just want to go into the water there, like, you know, just jump right into that lagoon. Obviously I can't, but I'd love to do it. I normally go to the beach every year, but now that's not going to be a thing because the beach I normally go to is Italy, like in Italy. You can imagine how well that's going to go at the moment. Which makes me sort of sad because I really like going there. It wasn't like this sort of dreamy beach here, but it was a nice beach. Now all I can do is hope that the, you know, everywhere else isn't too crowded. Bring me my now monitors. Bring them in. Perfect. So yeah, meaning we're gonna fix this habitat. And then we'll actually be at the end of this episode. Because we're already at 27 minutes again. Is this like the third or the fourth? I don't even remember. All I know is that this is going to be a long zoo. Oh well. But it's like, it is one of the last. They're all going to be similarly long, I believe. The late ones. Can I give you a second sprinkler? Yes. Okay. Second sprinkler it is. I wasn't sure if it would work, but if it works, it works. And you know, don't fix it if it's not broken. Okay, and then these guys do want a certain amount of plants. They want African, tropical, and grassland plants. Thankfully, those are pretty much the same plants I was using over there, so the fact that they're peeking in doesn't really make a difference. There's a lot of palm trees, a lot of wheat bushes. They're also a lot smaller, so they have a smaller hitbox, so they won't collide with literally everything. Which is why I prefer them over crocodiles. But you know, every animal has the right to exist, especially in a scenario zoo, where you need to have all of them, because otherwise you won't have enough animals. And yes, we might at some point have to adopt elephants, or orangutans, or I don't know what. It's gonna be funny, it's gonna be expensive, and it's gonna tell you just about how annoying this zoo is gonna be. No, I do like it. I do like this zoo. Anyways, the basic habitat isn't it beautiful? I know, beauty to behold, especially this beautifully formed lake, but yeah, that's it. Done for this episode. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope I'll see you again in the next episode.